Hi friends, I'm going to talk about adjusting learning style of the learners with the teaching style of the teachers. The learner learning style and teacher teaching style are two important things that they have to synchronize and coordinate in order to create an effective teaching learning process. So we will have to really work on the very idea of understanding learners' learning style, which is a bit very difficult these days because we do not have time to analyze and understand how learners continue to modify their learning style and learning strategies. Does our curriculum provide a compendium of learning solutions or learning strategies for the learners? This is a very important question that we have to ask. Remember, for every course, there is a learning objective. Okay? But do we have learning strategies? Do we give specialist learning strategies for our learners to make use of on a day-to-day basis, or on a task-by-task basis, or a lesson-by-lesson basis? This is a question that we have to ask ourselves as course designers or course developers. Teachers' teaching style also varies from time to time, from group to group, because every group of learners is unique. Remember, there is always a mixed ability classrooms. In any place you go, especially in India, you go to a place like, for example, Tamil Nadu. You go to a village, you will have a wide variety of learners in that place. All right. So when you think about an urban area, you'll have another wide range of mixed ability classrooms, and depending on which school do they go to, again the range of variations among learner ability or learning capacity or learners ability to make use of the recent strategies and the kind of learning that they do, all these will vary. So teachers have a great responsibility to modify their teaching style in accordance with the learner learning style. Right. Is that really happening? That's a question that we have. Most of the time it does not happen because there isn't any orientation at all about understanding the learner's personality, learner's learning goals, learner's learning pace, and more importantly, the challenges that the learner faces because of the individual background of the learner or the cultural background of the learner or the learning experiences of the learner. Please remember, the prior learning experiences determine what the learner expects or anticipates from a teacher. And remember, even the mental picture of the learning experience that the learner expects or rather anticipates starts from this very process of decoding the previous learning experiences. So teachers are the architects of the learning process. So they should identify new strategies and devise new mechanisms of creating a highly energized learning environment. Only teachers have the great opportunity to convert the difficulties into opportunities for the learners, provide them learning solutions, help them to get motivated, use their individual motivational strategies in the classroom to make sure that learners get energized and make use of these opportunities to ascertain which works for them. So not all the strategies can work with all the learners. Remember, so there has to be customized, individualized learning solutions given to the learners. That is the answer for this challenge. Today, we do a lot of online, coaching. so online training. There are several challenges that teachers face because there isn't much of an interaction as it happens in the real life classroom, especially to decode the learner's learning pace, because the learner's learning pace varies. So if you have, say, in a classroom of about 20 people, 20 students, okay, you may not gauge, or you may not get to know whether all the 20 learners have effectively learned. For that, there has to be individualized online assessment integrated with a learning management system that we use, right? I have come up with some idea that the teacher has to create micro assessment strategies. If I'm going to teach something, for example, as an English teacher, I'm going to teach plosives in English. I cannot teach all the plosives on one day, because if I'm going to deal with, say, middle school level learners, and I'll have to teach them only 2 plosives. So I teach them bilateral plosives, p and b. And I'll have to tell them exactly where it gets aspirated, where the voiceless plosive gets aspirated. And how does this voice plosive becomes softened or devoiced, right? The word final positions and the word initial positions, the voice bilateral plosive gets devoiced. So this has to be informed with several examples. You will have to provide them at least, say, 50, 60 examples. And you may have to show them certain audio clips. Please remember, it's not just theoretical input. It's not just demonstration of the teacher. The teacher has to remember, the teacher has to be very conscious of taking the audio clips and providing the audio clips and making them to realize how this gets actualized on a day-to-day basis during a dialogue or a conversation or an interview or a lecture, etc. That is when the learning solutions are customized, and the teacher has a job to verify whether the learners have actually learned it. Ask the learner whether the learner has understood this very concept. So you will have to identify micro learning strategies. That's a very important process. Second, you'll have to give examples, and you'll have to verify whether the learners have actually understood it. Can they really articulate it? So it should be done for anything that we do. So if you're going to really make the learners understand the nitty-gritties of learning, it is our job to ensure that the learners have actually understood all that they have mastered, and they could possibly produce it or articulate it, and just identify the flaws in articulation or understanding, come up with a mind map, or provide them a follow-up tutorial support. This is how we can make sure the teacher's teaching style can be modified in accordance with the learner's learning style. If you want to know more about my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Never forget to listen to my YouTube channel and try to communicate with me. In case you need further support, I am there to support you free of cost. Try to talk to me. And you can also listen to my podcasts available in Spotify and Anchor, Radio Public, Apple iTunes, etc. So it's available in more than 7 platforms. Ensure you listen to my podcasts. And more importantly, visit me at www.mangalaprathaban.com. That's MANGALAPRATHABAN.com. You can also visit me at fluencycenter.org, www.fluencycenter.org. We offer online training programs for IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson Test of English, Academic, Self-Pep, and Business English, besides Everyday English. Wish you all success. Have a great day. Bye-bye. See you.